came a long way, that's what the song say. And I could do all things, I could do all things. Yeah, I could do all things, yeah. I'm not afraid of the moment, I'm not afraid I can't hold it. I gotta show 'em, gotta get up in the morning. I gotta do it for Kobe, lately I'm on it. Lately I know where I'm going, taking whatever control it. Show me opponents, show me opponents. I got a gift and I'm starting to own it.
Welcome back to another episode of Progressive Hustle. Today we have a very special guest, Yuk Mouth, one half of the Luniz.
Yada-da.
How you doing, bro?
Man, it's a pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for having me on Progressive Hustle, man.
Yeah.
We've been planning this for a minute.
Yeah, we have. I appreciate you coming, man. We've been on a good little streak, bro. So having you on here is making it even better, bro. So I appreciate it.
Yo,
appreciate
congratulations to y'all, man.
Thank you. How you been, though? How's life treating you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. You know, fresh from the Kings halftime show. You know what I mean? You just throw that thing down to 10 nuts. Can I cuss?
Yeah, say whatever you want.
Yeah. We just fucked the Kings game up. just killed it. You know what I mean? Murdered it with the goddamn, what they call the cheerleaders and the goddamn mascot. Yeah, we killed it, man. Halftime show, and then Warren G did the outside show. So, yeah, we just did our thing. We fresh from that, man. So, we feeling very victorious.
That's dope shit right there.
Yeah, man.
So what's been new with you, bro? Anything going on?
Oh, man, shit. You know, I do what you do, man. I got the podcast shit going on. You know, Smoke a Lot Radio. You know, Yuk Mouth TV on YouTube. We rocking out like a cutoff stocker. You know, I'm still doing music. Me and Sibo back in the studio working on a new Thug Lords. You know what I mean? Me and J Hood got a group, Savages. We working on that second album for that. I'm working on City of Dope, a solo album. And me and Pete Rock got an album coming out called Crack Rock. So 4 albums I'm working on right now. You know what I mean? And, you know, other things and stuff. So, yeah, that's the main thing, though. The music, the podcast, you know what I mean? Touring, you know, we booked every weekend doing arenas and whatnot, traveling the world. Of course, another love that I got is I'm about to open a smoke shop. You know what I mean? My own smoke shop, man. I'm a smoker. Not a real Doja smoker, But, yeah. So I do my thing. So I want to just be able to supply people their needs, their smoking needs and whatnot, because that's what I do. You know
Where are you up and run up at?
We're going to do it in L.A.
Nice.
We're going to do it in L.A., and then we're going to spread it to Oakland, and we probably do one in Vegas, and, yeah, we just going to keep on going. So my partners, you know what I mean, we're going to do one in L.A., then we're going to do one in Vegas with Spice One. So we're just doing like a 3-way partnership, just, you know, keeping it going and whatnot. So, you know, Smoke Shop definitely coming.
You're not worried about doing that with how the market is and shit?
Nah.
I always heard it's easier to sell the weed than it is to grow it.
My thing is this. I'm not getting a dispensary. I'm getting a smoke shop where you sell tobacco products.
Okay.
I'm selling what they need.
Yeah.
You know,
Fast,
lighters, cigarettes, you know, blunts,
that's
roll
solid.
trays, you know what I mean, bongs, you know what I mean, pipes,
What are you going to name it?
Rigs. Can't tell you that. If I tell you that, I got to kill you. You know what I mean?
Yuk's House of Glass.
I can't tell you that, man. I wish it was that easy, man. But it's a partnership, so it got to be a mutual name that we all agree to. So it's going to be some fly shit, man. This ain't going to be your average smoke shop. Just know that.
That's dope. That's good shit, bro. I'm excited to see what that's going to be like.
Thank you, sir. I'm in real estate, too, man. I'm a landlord. You know what I mean? So I'm always looking to, you know, acquire new properties and whatnot. So just doing other things, man. I had a conversation with my homeboy, man. I'm like, yo, man, I want to get the new Tesla. You know what I mean? I want an electric car. And he was like, yo, man, fuck the cars, man. Let's get the real estate, man.
Right.
Period. Fuck the cars. Let's get the houses. I'm like, you're right, man. Fuck the cars. Let's get the houses. Like, I got 3 cars just parked. I can't even drive them all at the same time.
Right.
But I only got 1 property that I'm leasing out. I need just as many properties as I got cars outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got to add up. So, you know, just playing smart with your money.
Yeah.
You know?
How many properties you got altogether? You said just 1?
I only got 1, but before, when 2008 happened, I had 2 properties. You know what I mean? I lost both of those when the shit happened in 2008. You know what I mean? Lost 2 properties. So this is my 3rd one. You know what I mean? I was shaky doing that because I had to short sell my properties and all that shit in 2008 because of what happened with the, you know, with the mortgage and all that stupid shit and the loan companies and the banks and all that. So it fucked up the whole shit. A lot of people lost property. In 2008, I lost
Yes,
two.
it did.
So grabbing this new one was like, yo, you know what I mean? I really didn't want to do it because it's like, yo, if it hit like 2008, they could just come take your shit when it's worth this much, and now it's not worth nothing. You know what I mean? That I don't want that to happen ever again. But I rolled the dice, and it's working lovely.
Would you get like a single family home or like a little?
Nah, I got a condo. I was really doing the I was trying to, when I got this, I was trying to do the Airbnb. You know, this was right before the pandemic.
Right.
So it's like 2019 and shit. So I'm trying to buy property downtown and like the lavish buildings and shit, right? And they like, you know, you can't Airbnb. It's a clause in there. You know what I mean? With these lavish properties, only the property could Airbnb it. You know what I mean? If you're just renting a unit or buying a unit, you don't own the whole building where you can Airbnb the shit. So I'm like, okay, fuck that. Let me go grab something and lease it out. You know what I mean? And then right when I grabbed it and leased it out, the pandemic happened. And I got my tenants in like 2 weeks before everything shut down. So by the skin of my teeth, I got some people up in there.
Yeah.
Because everything was shut down. You couldn't go outside after that. So I got them up in there in March. April, everything shut down. You know what I mean? So that was kind of shaky. Luckily, I got some tenants up in there, you know, because when it shut down, you can't show your property no more.
Oh yeah, no shit. You gotta do it all virtual and shit. Yeah.
Right. So the last time I was able to show the property in March, got some tenants and we locked in. So I like that. You know what I mean? Extra money when you sleep. You like to make money when you sleep.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I mean?
and right at that time too, you probably got it before during the pandemic, all the housing market went up.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It fucking skyrocketed it, bro. So you probably got some good equity in it
I
now.
got it right.
And then the interest rates are fucked now, but back then they was like cool.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, because I bought my house around the first time too.
Okay.
Well, I bought a house at the first time.
So I grabbed that and I'm looking to go out of town. You know what I mean? Because I think California is high as fuck. You know?
Yeah.
So I just want to go out of town, grab some land, you know, start leasing that out, or get an apartment unit or something like that. Mm-hmm. Some duplexes and shit like that, you know what I mean, and just keep it moving. And with that, you know what I mean, you can also grab the equity out of those properties and grab more.
Yeah.
That's the game, you know what I mean? Grab a property, let it build for like 5-10 years, grab some shit out of it, go grab another one. Let that build for 5-10 years. It probably got something in it. You know, you could buy property that got equity already in it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
You know, short sell them or lose them or foreclosure. You could buy some foreclosed shit that already got it built up.
Especially if you're looking like in more towards like the Midwest or like the South and shit, you find a lot of stuff.
Definitely.
Find a lot more stuff than you will like in the Northwest or like the the West Coast just in general. You know, so
yeah, man, just diversifying your portfolio.
that's good.
You know what I mean? I see a lot of dudes was doing the crypto shit. The crypto shit done lost all the money. That shit is down to like 13 bands. That shit was like at 70 at one time. About 10 bands right there. Good luck with that one. NFTs, pure bullshit. Everybody that bought that goddamn ape.
Look, bro, I see the future,
that
bro.
monkey, whoever bought that monkey for 200, 300 grand, good luck. That's all you got is a 200 grand monkey, nigga. You ain't gonna be able to say, who gonna buy it?
Nobody.
Niggas is making merch out of this shit. Like, that nigga making monkey merch. That ain't gonna get you your 200-300 grand back.
I tried
Sorry
to tell
about
him.
that. Them NFTs is bullshit, man. The metaverse done lost a lot of money. The dude that owns
Mark
Facebook,
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. He fucked up right now over that shit. So yeah, real estate, you know what I mean, is always a win-win. Just when they fuck the game up, the interest rates and all that stupid shit. You know, when the mortgage companies start doing the
Well, they say that
trickery
it's
and
the
shit.
time to buy. You know, because think about it.
No, they saying it's time to sell because
Well, the
everything
market's
is
going,
high.
but I'm saying like even I know that for here, like right. So when the interest rates go up, the prices go down because nobody can buy a house with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody's think about it like even with like an interest rate of like 3%, bro. It's like if you get qualified for a $400,000 loan, you're still $2,500 a month or $2,100 a month. You know what I mean? So it's like when you
I know people with loans right now that can't buy a house because everybody's snatching everything up.
yeah,
Cash.
it's a time to buy.
Cash, not loan,
Right.
cash.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because the price is
Asian
going down.
guys
Yeah,
is coming with all cash, and they playing real life Monopoly in America.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah, I know people with like a $500,000 loan, $600,000-$700,000 loan, and can't buy nothing in the Bay Area because they snatching them up, putting an extra 100 or 200 on it. You can't do that because your loan from the bank is only this. They put an extra 100 on top, that property gone. Good luck, Chuck.
That's what was happening here, bro. When I was buying my property, bro, like it was like people were just overbidding. And my buddy, one of my best friends was trying to buy his second house at the same time, and they were just like overbidding by like $200,000.
Yeah, it's like
what the fuck are you doing that for?
The bank is not gonna give you no extra 200. That's what you qualify for.
No, because you got to get it appraised, and it's got to, you know what I mean? Like the appraisal's got to match up with what they want.
And it's not the appraisal ain't even matching up. They just put extra money just to outbid you. It ain't even appraised for that much. That's the game right now. People are just snatching up because they know that, man, fuck jewelry, fuck cars. If you're gonna buy jewelry, buy gold blocks, ounces and kilos.
Yes.
Buy the bricks. You know what I mean? It's gonna hold their value. When you buy these little trinkets and shit with your name on it, this ain't worth shit.
That's valueless. It's nothing.
It drops the value. So you have to melt this shit down and see what it is after. They can't sell this. If you had like a Jesus cross, they probably could resell that. Or Jesus piece, but this, you got your custom there, they can't do nothing but melt this bitch down.
It's got to be solid gold.
They're going to see how much it weigh, and that's how much they going to pay, my nigga. And it's probably be like 20% of what you got when you originally paid. People paying $100,000 for watches and shit, putting holes in their Rolexes and shit.
The Rolex is the part that holds the value.
Right.
You know, a Rolex doesn't decrease in value. You know what I mean? But exactly. The diamonds, because diamonds aren't expensive. You know what I mean?
Diamonds is the cheapest shit on the watch.
Exactly.
The gold that you poking holes in is the
worth
value.
more than the diamonds,
So they poking holes in some shit that's value more than when you poke the holes in it. But you pay more because they poked some fucking holes in it, right? And made it look dizzle-dazzly and shit. But go to a real jeweler and and the motherfucker bring a plain Jane factory Rolex with factory bezel and get more than you got for that whole iced out motherfucking Rolex that you got.
Yeah.
That custom. It got custom bezel. It got aftermarket bezel.
Yeah.
Aftermarket diamonds, holes and shit. Aftermarket, all that shit. Compared to the original. You'll get
and then
more.
you got to pay for them the time that it took for them to make it all fucking ridiculous.
Man, fuck that shit.
And then when people go to Florida to buy $10,000 flooded out Rolexes, just know that those are not real Rolexes.
No, you can't spend 10 for a Rolex.
No, especially a flooded out one. So just know that. Yeah.
The hard way. No, they doing the stainless steel joints. You could get a stainless Rollie flooded for like 20 bands right now.
20 bands.
20.
But you see the ones on Instagram, like I'm not gonna say names and shit, but but they're always out in Florida, right? So my boy had gone out to Florida, bought a flooded Rolex or whatever. He spent like $9,000 or $10,000 or whatever, right?
That's
and he comes back and he's like going through some money time. So I'm like, all right, bro, let me just make sure that it's real.
Right.
So I take it to my jeweler. My jeweler pops it open and he's like, man, hell no, this ain't real. Don't buy this shit.
Geneva.
And I don't know what the fuck it was,
Geneva.
But see, the thing is that the other Rolex, but these knockoff Rolexes are nice though.
Yeah,
they're
nice.
put together. They're good watches.
It's called the Geneva, man.
Yeah,
I made a
bro.
song called Rolex Rules on
Yeah.
Thugged Out the Appellation. Well, I went through this. My first Rolex I bought was a $10,000 Rolex. I ain't know the prices of them. I'm like, 10 is high. You feel me? To me, I ain't know this is my first time really big time shopping in a jewelry store.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
go to a
nigga that-
Rolex store if you want to buy a Rolex.
Nah, bro. I was a middle of the mall jewelry nigga. You know what I mean? Before I got on. Like,
Right.
buy a goddamn herringbone from the middle of the mall. That type of shit, right? So I didn't really have no jeweler. You know what I mean? Then I moved to LA and I started going downtown to the jewelers and shit, fucking with the people, right? So I fuck with the people, man. That do jewelry for Shaq, Ray J, all the niggas. That was my jeweler. After I bought the fake Rolex, I went to a booth before I met him at another store, and they ran through me. They ran through my pockets. And I took it to him, to the Ray J and them Shaq and them. He like, yo, this is a Geneva. It said Rolex. He said, bro, that's just that little face right there. You could just put that in there.
Yeah.
The mechanicals of the watch and the body of the watch and that shit is all fake. It's Geneva. I'm like, what the fuck is a Geneva? It's like, it's a knockoff Rolex. It looked the same, but it's not it.
It's from the factory down the street.
So I try to take it back to the nigga to get my 10 bands back.
And shop was closed.
No, he gave me like, I want to say 4,000 back. I'm like, bro, really? He like, nah, you wore it and now it's devalued. Like, what the fuck are you talking? That nigga gave me like 4 bands for that motherfucker. I took that fold and added some real money on top, and I got a real Rolex for the people that came with the papers and all this shit, the box. That nigga sold me a Rolex in a jury box. It was like a burgundy jury box. It wasn't even in a Rolex box. I didn't know. It was a red jury box. Like, nigga,
You go buy it by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, you had nobody with you?
Nobody, nigga. I was out stunned, nigga. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna go do it. I learned the hard way, man.
Hell yeah, you did.
That nigga gave me a Rollie in a jury box. It didn't even have a Rolex box. Nigga, no paperwork, no nothing, man. So sometimes you get fandangled, man, when you're from the hood and you don't know no better. You gotta learn. You gotta bump your head in the game and learn. You feel me? No Frank Ocean. I mean, the new one is no Alcina. No Alcina, man. That boy went wild. Recently, he went wild.
What do you mean?
August Alcina. You see that boy do the love hug? These niggas
I didn't see that.
Hugging the shit out of some dude, man. You see?
Oh, no.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
He hugged
no.
the hell out of some dude, man. That's his boyfriend, man. He came out on some type of VH1.
Damn,
show.
Will Smith taking more losses, too. Shit.
See? That why you gonna put that on Will? That's August Alsina. What the Will
I
got
know,
to do
but he
with
was
that?
fucking Will Smith's wife.
What that got to do with Will?
I'm just saying, goddamn, your wife was fucking on a dude that fucks on dudes. Like, you know what I mean? That's fucked up, bro.
Did you hear what he just said?
Your wife is fucking on a dude that fucks on dudes. Like, I'd be pissed,
let
bro.
that be right there. Just let that stay. 'Cause you said a double entendre right there. I thought you was rapping bars and metaphors and shit.
Comes natural to me, bro. I
You did
guess,
a
bro.
metaphor.
Fuck.
Now you like a triple entendre with that one.
Hey,
my
that's a
nigga.
loss, bro. If your wife cheated on you with a dude that was gay,
Triple
oh
entendre.
my God,
It
I'd
was
just
a
be like, man,
triple
fuck it, I'm off.
entendre.
I'm out of here.
Hey, that's elbow limando. Boy, called pure elbows, man, like a wrestling match. Iron Sheik just elbowed the shit out of the nigga. He got an L. His elbows, man. You catching elbows. It's a rap. But yeah, man. Salute to Will and Jada, man.
But
This is about August Alsina. Like, you nigga. No Alsina, man. That's a new one, man. More of the story. It used to be no Frank Ocean. It's no Alsina, man. No Alsina, my nigga. That's the more of the story. How the fuck we get on Will?
I don't know. Anyways, bro.
No
but,
Alsina. I'm fucking with
Yeah.
you.
Let's take it back to the beginning, bro. Like, what was it like growing up in Oakland in your generation?
Treacherous as fuck. No, I'm fucking with you.
By all the documentaries, it seems like that's the case.
Nah, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. At the beginning, growing up, you know, it was hard, of course. You know, everybody struggling and shit on welfare, Section 8, whatever, free lunch and shit. But I noticed when I was young, it was more unity. You know, we had the Black Panthers. Everybody was like Black Power, African Bees, African, you know what I mean, medallions and shit. You know what I mean? Like really looking out for each other and shit. But at the same time, we going through poverty. You
Yeah.
know, it's forcing niggas to do criminal shit. You know what I mean? To make money. Because you in these private, like these, I don't even, what is it, red zone? Or these areas that they just had all the people in, all the minorities in. You know what I mean? The projects, you know what I mean? The neighborhood just had us in these shits with no opportunity, low opportunity zone, whatever the shit. They had us fucked up, bro, period. And the Black Panthers had to come in and give us a free lunch program. You know, I was there when it started, nigga. That free lunch, free breakfast program transferred to elementary schools and high schools all around the world because now they give free lunch and free breakfast. But
Did you ever see
wasn't that.
Huey P. Newton and shit? Did you ever like see him or know him at all?
Nah, but I ain't seen Huey personally. I ain't gonna lie like that.
Okay.
You know, but the Black Panthers was all through East Oakland. That's where their base was at. You know what I mean, on MacArthur. So they was all through the motherfucker. The motherfuckers was feuding with the boss of my neighborhood. You know, Felix Mitchell. You know, Felix Mitchell was one of the only ones that made a stand against them. You know, they was sliding through the hood. You know, you couldn't sell dope around the Black Panthers. They weren't having that shit. They was coming through the block. Just like, you know, them guns and shit, just like they was, you know, on anybody that was disrespecting, you know, black people. You know, and they felt like drug dealing was a poison to our hood, so they was sliding in East Oakland and West Oakland, you know what I mean? So, allegedly, You know, I don't, you know, allegedly him, the Panthers, and Felix Mitchell came to an agreement to where, you know, Felix didn't get pressed. You know, like everybody else had to shut their shit down. You know what I mean? But Felix came to a nice agreement. They both came to an agreement. And, yeah, you know, it was Gucci, you know, to where I don't know what their agreement was, but the agreement was the agreement. You know, I assume that you helping.
Right, like chip in.
Yeah, whenever they need help, you helping. Like if it's community drives or turkey drives or toy drives or, you know, sending people to camp or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? You know, they helping. I assume, you know what I mean? Because I've seen a lot of, you know, community activism and, you know, projects and stuff happening, you know, around. Because we had a whole free lunch, we had a recreation center in the Ville. And that free lunch program was at the recreation center in the Ville. So they had the same program in our recreation center as far as the free lunch program, the Black Panthers. So we definitely had something going down for the kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? To make sure the kids is right, you know?
Okay, that's what's up. And how was like school and shit like that? Like, were you a pretty good student?
I ain't gonna say I was a straight A student, but at the shit that I liked, everything but math. I hated math. You know, I hated math, and everything else I had A's and B's.
Right.
You know what I mean, but math was just bullshit. You know, I loved English.
Right.
That's why I'm a rapper. I love when you get to write your essays and your stories and shit like that. I love English. I love history. When you get to do research history and shit. So I was good at that. You know what I mean? So that's the shit that I needed when I rap. You need your history and you need your literature, which is your motherfucking English class. I mean, you know, your social studies and all that. So that was the ones that I loved, you know what I mean? And my music class.
Right.
Back in the day, we used to have music class, you know, band and all that shit, you know what I mean? Where you learn how to play instruments and, you know what I mean, elementary to middle school to high school. They had them bands and them singing classes and acting classes and shit. You know what I mean? They also had classes where like wood classes, you know what I mean? Mechanic classes, shop and shit like that, you know what I mean? To where you could damn near be a mechanic coming out of high school because they had those classes, you know what I mean? In junior high school and high school and shit, and elementary had all types of, you know, things that'll make you an entrepreneur right now. They took those out of school right now. Like you got to damn near go to college for the shit that I'm talking about. But when I was raised, it was in our basic schools. You know what I mean?
Did you go all the way in school? You finished high school?
I went to the 11th grade. And I went to jail. I had to do a year, like right when 11th grade started. I mean, no, right when 12th grade started. Like I went to jail in this January. You know what I mean? And I finished 12th grade in jail, got my GED. Juvenile hall.
Damn. What'd you go to jail for?
11,350. Selling dope.
Oh,
shit. You know what I mean? Pocket full of stones. You know, Pimp C. Pocket full of stones.
That's one of my favorite songs.
I was good at it, you know what I mean? But this one time, this was the worst capture ever, right?
Worst drug seizure?
Because I got away.
Oh, okay.
I got the fuck away, right? So I'm coming off the bus, you know what I mean? I'm riding the bus because I don't want to ride dirty. I'm a fucking 16, 17-year-old. I got cars and shit, but I don't want to ride to the spot dirty. So I ride the bus. That's my transfer to work. So I usually get off the bus, got my bundle on me, which is like a couple zips, bust down, you know, a few $1,000 bundles and shit. They bust down, rocked up, whatever. I get off the bus and I walk and I stash them in my spots, you know what I mean, at my little chicks and shit houses that I got over there. So I get off the bus, they right there. As soon as I can't go run and stash it. They pull right up on me, come here! I hopped so many fences, boy, I felt like the Olympics, nigga. I'm like, pew, pew, pew. First fence, through the bundle. You know what I mean? Second fence, you know what I mean? Third fence, slid under some big ass tree. Tree hella big. You cannot know I'm in this goddamn tree. So they come to the block where I'm in the tree at. They're like, yeah, he's out of here. I don't know where he at. He probably kept on hopping fences. This guy was fucking Spider-Man, man. He was fucking hopping fences like crazy. So they thinking I'm Spider-Man, right?
Fucking Peter Parker's on the list.
Now look, the bitch where I come stash my shit, It's a time, dog. I'm usually there. I wasn't there at the time. The bitch paged me. My pager's on loud. Guess what the cops hear? Beep, 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 beep. He's right there. Get him, freeze. Nigga, the
He's right there. Get him, freeze.
It beat, nigga. The beeper got me caught. I was smoothed away. I was gone. That beeper said, dee, 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 dee. They said, freeze. He's over there in the bush. It was a wrap. It was over, man. So that's how I got caught up, man. Then the reason why I did a year, that was like only my second time getting caught as a juvenile. So I would have did like a day or two and got out. But my grandma, she told him to keep me. You know what I mean? Like this, she's religious. She go to church every day, got the Holy Ghost, all that. So, you know, me living with her, you know, her finding my dope bundle in my room, you know, while I'm locked up. She like, oh, this is the devil. Get the devil out my house. So she told him to keep me, and they kept me for a year. You know what I mean? So that's how I got my GED and whatnot, because they wouldn't let you out of jail unless you graduated and had a job. You know what I mean? So I had to do all that shit to get out of jail. But turning a negative into a positive, that's why I made all the shit, the Luniz. That shit, when I went to camp for that year, that shit was like rapping college. Like I learned how to do bars, I knew how to do metaphors, but I learned how to count bars,
Right.
make a hook, you know what I mean? Make songs that made sense, that'll gravitate to motherfuckers. Like I learned a lot, you know what I mean? And I started applying because I knew how to rap. Everybody know how to rhyme words and shit, but when I got in there and everybody rapping and shit and doing their thing, and it was dudes that was in record labels and shit, like JT the Bigger Figure had a couple artists in there. You know what I mean? So his art, you get weekends in camp. So you get to go home every weekend. So these dudes going home, they partying with JT, the Bigger Figure, San Quinn. They coming back, they busting rhyme. They got all the new fly shit on. And it was just a music movement. Like a lot of artists was up in there. Like Fooney, you know what I mean, was up in there. You know what I mean? He had a group in Oakland. You know what I mean? Fooney was up in there with his Demo, the youngster, you know, from San Francisco, Get Low Posse. He was up there, Get Low Players with JT. He was up in there. So yeah, it was a rap alumni. So, and there I learned how to really do my thing. And I made, that's where I came up with the concepts, the Looney Tunes. None was out. None was out of jail. I made the group in jail with two other niggas. You know what I mean? We was called the Looney Tunes by Bunkies. Will and another nigga. You know what I mean? So I got out of jail early. And Will and him, you know, Will went and got a barbershop, started doing this entrepreneurial shit. And the other nigga, I don't know what happened to him. So I'm still stuck with the name that I invented, you know what I mean, that I made up. So I hit the dopest rapper I know at the time, which was the skinny one, which is, you know, will later on be called Numb because I named him Numb. So I came up with the whole play. I'm Yuk Mouth, you Numb, we the Looney Tunes, whoop, 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 whoop. Nigga, you the dopest rapper I know. You want to do this shit? And he was like, yeah. Because me and Numb was still hustling in the streets together. You know what I mean? We've been in the streets working.
How did you meet him?
In junior high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a rapper in junior high school. He had a crew called BWP, Brothers with Potential. So, you know, I was a little dope dealer / you know, cartoonist and whatnot. So I was drawing their logos and shit and whatnot and making money and shit. So that's how I got, you know, famous in the crew and whatnot. Then I started rapping with them and shit. And we go to high school, everybody split up. But me and Numb still, you know, wiggling in the streets together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody else, they go their separate ways. So me and Numb always was just still together. You know what I mean? But we weren't rapping. We was doing street shit. So I go to jail, then I come back with a rap plan. You know what I mean? Like he had when we was in junior high school, his crew was called Brothers with Potential.
Wow.
All right, boom, this the new crew, this my crew. Looney Tunes. You know, you're not the skinny one no more. Your name is Numbskull. I'm Yuk Mouth. Nigga, we crazy, woo, 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 break the whole shit down. And he rock with it. You know what I mean? So that's how the Luniz was formed in jail. You know, my grandma sat me down for a year. You know, I don't think if I wouldn't have sat down for a year in that type of rap environment, you wouldn't have Yuk Mouth or the Luniz or none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd still be trapping, period. I mean, far as back then. I would have been a cartoonist with Disney or something, like far as right now, because I would have focused on my artwork. But music, nah. That sit down, I was able to focus. You know, when you out there wiggling and shit, like you on the block and shit selling dope, and you running from police and counting up money and shit, you really ain't got no time to sit down and think to yourself. So that whole year, I had so much time to think to myself, so much time to plot, plan, and strategize.
Manifest.
When you're in the street, you just so on the move, everything. you don't got time to sit down and really plot with yourself and plot your next move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I had that year, it was way more than enough time. I came out with a master plan. It didn't work right off the rip. You know what I mean? But opportunity came and we made it happen. You know?
Okay, so you get out of jail, you link up with Numb School, and then what happens there? Did you guys like just start dropping mixtapes, or what happened before like the ball got rolling for you?
None of that shit. I told him to play. I rapped my songs that I had. You know what I mean? Told him to write his verses. He never wrote his verses because he was still in the street, never had no time. So we got straight to it and turned another negative into a positive because we in the streets, you know what I mean? It was a drought. You know what the meaning of a drought. You can't buy work, and if you do buy work, it's like double the price. So we go buy some work in a drought from a dude, and fucking CNH is there at the trap. And we both know Baby Jesus from the Too Short videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we like, fuck this, work that we buying. We rap. You're like, what's your name? No, we rap, man. Can you introduce us to Too Short? We know you Baby Jesus. He's like, yeah, man, what's up, man? He's like, bust a rap. So I bust the Ice Cream Man, which is a rap that I wrote in camp.
Right.
I wrote the Ice Cream Man in camp. So I bust that thing, right? He's like, ooh, you dope as fuck, man. He like, yeah, come to the studio tomorrow. We're gonna be at Show Studio. I got my own artist named Drew now. He recording in Short Studio. Y'all come through tomorrow and let's see if y'all click. So we slide through the next day at Too Short Studio in West Oakland. It's the first time we get to meet Too Short face to face. So we up there, fuck with Short, get to meet him and whatnot. And C just feeling itself. CNA's like, fuck that, man. Nigga, I got the new artist, nigga, the Looney Tunes, nigga. They rapping, they'll kill any nigga in this motherfucker, man. And Short had his rap group called Bad Influence, which is rap and rhyme. Me and Nunn went to school with rap and rhyme. Rhyme wasn't, couldn't fuck with us in junior high school.
Right.
But that was back then. This motherfucker done mastered his skill. We ain't know. So they like.
He went to jail too?
They like, Bad Influence against the Luniz, let's go. Numb, at this time, still ain't wrote one rhyme. So the battle rap start. Like, they said whoever lose gotta buy some pieces of shit. So I'm rapping against all them niggas by myself. It's 3 niggas. I'm rapping, strike 2 niggas down, and it's me and Rap and Ron left. Rap and Ron is a fucking master freestyler. Like, anything that's going down in the studio, he rap about the life, everything, and it's gonna be dope. Not no little 1-2, like no ABC rap. I'm talking about serious bars and metaphors, fly shit, like he wrote it. So, the fucking bet was over some pieces.
Yeah.
So he like, man, CNH, man, stop yelling, roll some reefer. Matter of fact, call Domino's and order them pieces. He was like, it's over, my nigga. Because the bet was about pieces. Nigga, you lost, nigga, go. He said, you lost, nigga, go get the pieces or some shit like that. Everybody like, it's over. We saying written raps and shit. This nigga freestyled about everything niggas got on in the studio, and then he said to rap about the bet, because whoever lost got to buy the pieces. He said, nigga, go get them pieces. They like, And of course, we had Too Short Studio. We outnumbered. Yeah. So it's more cheers for them, you know what I mean? So I just say Ice Cream Man, though. So, I kind of like, crippled myself. Kind of was fighting with one hand up. You know what I mean? Because I knew that I was in a crowd of successful artists. Right. And prior to this battle, Seagram Miller, from my neighborhood, rest in peace to Seagram, he tried to buy the Ice Cream Man from me for $1,000. And I said, nigga, I got $1,000 in my pocket. I'm going to keep this. Some said, keep it. So I knew that if this artist wanted to buy it from me, if I say this motherfucker in front of all these top artists, Too Short, all the big dogs was there. If I say this motherfucker and I'm a nobody, somebody's gonna take this shit. Somebody gonna take it. So I kept it. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna say it. You can win this. I don't give a fuck. I ain't saying that, right? Kept it. We do the video. We kill it, right? We do the motherfucking ice cream truck with the triple gold days. The first ever done, right? Before Friday, all that shit. Boom. Do the video, we kill it, brought the whole town out. Everybody in Oakland, from East Oakland, West Oakland, everybody pulled up to the video, nigga. We got old schools out, nigga, the whole town out on this motherfucker, man. Boom, double back with Pimp of the Year. Drew come out, pow, 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 wow, wow, Pimp of the Year, killing motherfuckers, right? So boom, after that, we get offered the deals. you know, record labels start approaching, you know, coming to Oakland, seeing what's next after, you know, of course, Too Short, 40, Spice One, Digital Underground. They going crazy out there. You know what I mean? So they coming to see what's the next. Hieroglyphics, they going crazy. So they coming to see what's the next. You know what I mean? Fucking JT the Bigger Figure and them, Mac Dre and them, C-Bo and them, 40 and them going crazy. So they come to the Bay to get the next people. So when they come on this round, they grab Drew Down. Relativity Records grabbed Drew Down and Mac Mall for Relativity. And then Virgin Records grabbed us and 3 Times Crazy. And then Def Jam grabbed Richie Rich. Mm-hmm. So that's what happened. That's how we all got signed.
What did you guys win the battle or?
Yeah, what?
Did you win the battle or so that Ronnie Ron
won the battle.
Okay.
Yeah, he won the
I
battle.
didn't get to the conclusion on that.
One line from losing, nigga.
But Numb didn't rap at all?
No, didn't rap.
Oh shit!
Numb didn't rap.
I'd have been pissed. I was
Numb
thinking
didn't
that,
have no rhymes.
Yeah, I was thinking that he was gonna come through and save the day with like the best freestyle ever or something.
No
nothing
rhymes.
happened. Fuck.
No, I just put us in this. Like we still in the streets. I turned the drug deal into a record deal.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't ready for it, but I was ready because I wrote rhymes in jail. So I had all my rhymes in jail. Like nigga, what?
Okay.
And I started, beating on my chest and you know how we do it in jail. Beat on the chest and rap, right? Beat on the table and rap. So I get to doing that and you're like, yeah, nigga, you got something. Come on. And
How'd you get to the Ice Cream Man music video? Like,
after that.
Yeah, so like how it was instantly after that or
Nah, we working on, we got to record first.
Right.
So we recording Drew Down's album. So we in the studio and shit. And we record the Ice Cream Man after Pimp of the Year and shit was already recorded when we got there. You know what I mean? So we do the Ice Cream Man, you know what I mean, for Drew Down album.
Right.
You know, just to get on. Like we new niggas, we trying to get on, so we do it for Drew album. We do the video shoot and shit, you know what I mean? Everybody turn up. And it was the start of all of us because after that, he dropped Pimp of the Year. That went super crazy. But it woke the town up to let people know that we is coming. Like, CNH was part of Dangerous Music with Too Short. You know what I mean? So all them boss niggas, everybody was together. Like, everybody had little groups. Another nigga from Dangerous Crew, goddamn, Spence, Dollars and Spence. He the one that discovered 3 Times Crazy. These are all niggas from Dangerous Music, the crew with Too Short. That's all his niggas. So niggas was seeing how Too Short did it, and they start branching off doing their own thing. You know what I mean? So that's how CNH, started C-No Records. That's how Dollars and Spence started Dollars and Spence and got 3 Times, and then CNH got us and Drew Down. So that's how that happened. But it all came from up under Too Short and Teddy Bohannon. You know what I mean? Dangerous Music. You know what I mean? So, everybody, still sharp and stills. Niggas seen it was the new hustle, get these rappers, you know what I mean? And let's put some money behind them. So that's how that happened. And it's like we all on the same team. Like we is Dangerous Music. Basically, all Dangerous Music crew. The same like how you have with NWA, right? And all the branches that came from that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You got Snoop, you got everything that came from just that NWA plant.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, you got all that shit. Just like the Dangerous Music. It's so much shit that came from that plant. And we part of that plant, part of that tree,
Yeah. Okay. So you get signed, and what's going on there? Was it like a cool deal?
The best. As far as where we at. But the most fucked. As far as what we got.
Okay. Explain it.
Well, we got signed to Virgin Records.
Right.
That's a great spot to be signed to.
Okay.
I think we got a better spot than Drew Down. Drew Down was at Relativity. You know what I mean? Of course, they had Easy over there with Bone Thugs, I think.
Not a major label, really.
But the Relativity, I think they had Fat Joe. But Virgin, at this time, they got motherfucking Janet Jackson. They got the dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Period. So they got some big dogs over there. So we was on a bigger record label. You know what I mean? And the fact that when we got signed, you know what I mean? Me and them only got 5,000 each. We got signed for 10,000. Not signed for 10, but that's all they gave us. You know what I mean? Out of what the budget was and shit. You know what I mean? The album already done. We been recorded the album. I think we had about 2 or 3 new ones on it. And, that was it. So where's the budget? All that budget being spent, you know what I mean? Because it was already done. And we like, you know what I mean? Player price type of shit. Not no super expensive producers, you know, no shit like that. And yeah, we only got 5,000 each, you know what I mean? So we're just excited to get signed, to be rapping. You know what I mean? Nobody really know about the business and the politics and shit like that. I had a rest in peace of my mom, but at that time I had got a settlement from my mom, you know, dying in a house fire. So I was financially cool, you know what I mean? So I wasn't tripping off the 5,000. I took that shit and bought a car the next day with the whole 5 and didn't give a fuck about it.
Right.
But the fact that we still only got signed for 10,000 is a bad deal. You know, so of course we dropped 5 on it, you know what I mean? The album Operation Stackover, we go triple platinum. Now we got leverage.
Hold on. Let's start slowing down a little
Now
bit.
we got leverage.
Let's talk about I Got 5 on it.
Okay.
How did that come about?
5 on it. It's time to work on our album. You know, we knock out Drew Down album, Fools from the Streets. You know what I mean? We do a couple other songs besides this whatchamacallit, Ice Cream Man, but we do Rescue 911, Rig Up, Fools from the Streets. I want to say another one. So we built the buzz from that, and it's time to work on our solo shit. So the first song, I think one of the first songs we worked on our shit was 5 on it. And we basically wrote the song just beating on our chest in a trap. Like CNH used to have this trap where we could just write our raps and shit and hang out and shit. So on 62nd and Bancroft, I think it was 62nd or 64th and Bancroft, East Oakland. So we over there fucking with it and numb, like, man, hell yeah, man, let's just make a song called I Got 5 on it. Everybody talking about smoking weed. They don't talk about what it take to get the weed. And he start freestyling, which I wish he would have fucking freestyle when rapping Ron was rapping.
Yeah.
The nigga start freestyling. I got 5 on it. Got 5. What you got, nigga? And I'm like, oh, for real? You want me to say? Damn, I think I got $2 in my sock, nigga. And then we kept going. He's like, that, fuck it. I think I got too much in my backpack, enough to get a fat sack. So we just going back to back, just on the fly. And we start writing this shit down and write that whole verse that you hear on the last 5 on it that's on the album. That was the original 5 on it, with the first verse was us going to get a sack. We rapping back to back. Then the 2 verses come after that. So when the label got it, I mean, hold on. So we rapping, let me slow down. So we just beating on our chest and shit, right? So it's time to go to the studio, Tone Capone. We go get the album, you know what I mean, from Club Nouveau, Why You Treat Me So Bad. You know, it's the day with Puff, everybody doing remakes and shit. We like, they did everything, but why you treat me so bad? So we go grab the album and shit. We bring it to Tone Capone. He done had this shit just playing when we got to the studio. We bought the album and said, remix this, my nigga. So he did a hell of a job. He did it better than the original song, I think. And at that time, the hook was just me saying, I got 5 on. I wrote the hook. So I got 5 on to grab your 4, let's get keyed. It was just me saying it. Tone, after we left the studio, got in contact with Mike Marshall, which is a close friend of his, which is part of the Timex Social Club, which Club Nouveau came from. You know what I mean? So he gets Mike to sing the hook that I wrote, and shit, it's magic after that. It's a whole new fucking song. This shit is splashed. Now Mike did the 5 on, I don't let go, creep on in on it. And he just splashed that motherfucker. He just woke it up. And yeah, and we tucked it. We made this shit in 1993, right? We don't drop it till 1995. Yeah, we had that bitch since 93. And that shit still hit 2 years later. Still hit right now, damn near 25 years later, right?
Yeah, that's the most common played song on the fucking radio.
Still right now. So when you got one, it's timeless, you know what I mean? No matter when you drop it. We had that motherfucker 2 years before we dropped it. All we did was made a radio version. That verse that we was going to get the sack, we took that out.
Right.
And just made a radio version where we split a verse at the end. That's the only thing that changed.
How is it knowing that you made like one of the best rap songs of all time? One of the most famous rap song of all time.
Oh, it's a blessing.
That's more popular than nobody could ever say that they made a more popular song than that.
No, it's a fucking blessing, man. Like, we just wanted to rap, you know what I mean? Everything's just a blessing, man. We never thought that it was gonna go triple platinum. We never thought that we was gonna outsell Michael Jackson for 3 weeks in a row on the Billboard. Like, it's fucking amazing on our first round out. I mean, this is our first album.
There's a fucking swing and a home fucking grand slam.
Grand slam. But it had a lot to do with us and the record label. That Virgin record got a lot of fucking push. A lot of push. They put
that $5,000 deal was worth it.
Yeah, worth it because we came back to the table and got 800,000 in the second album. First album was 120, second album was 800,000. You know what I mean? You got to show and prove.
Do you still get paid off of I Got Five on it?
Are you serious, nigga?
Yeah, I am.
Did you just see? Excuse my language too. Did you just see the movie Us? Jordan Peele?
Yeah.
You don't think we got no bag off of that?
I'm making sure that you did.
We got a bag off of that. Okay.
That movie was dope too, and that little remix, how they did that. That shit
how
was,
they slowed it down.
I love
made it
that
creepy.
shit.
Jordan Peele did that. I never thought it could be a creepy song.
No.
Nah,
I was actually just watching Key and Peele like yesterday, and I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, I fucking like this Jordan Peele dude. Like, they're so fucking funny, Key and Peele. Like, at first when they first came out, I was like, man, you know, because I remember seeing them on Mad TV. But now it's like, then I seen them and I was like, oh, that's kind of like lame. Like, you know, Dave Chappelle was always better and shit. And then like I started like paying attention to him more and more, and he started coming out with these dope movies and shit. And I just started rewatching the seasons. I'm like, damn, this shit's so funny, dude.
Yeah, so unlike right now where you got the 360 deal where the label get everything, we had our publishing and royalties back then. So, you know, you get your publishing on the songs that you write still to this day. So yeah, we get paid off anytime 5 on is played anywhere. You know what I mean? Straight up, anytime they want to stem it, license it, we getting paid. Straight up. So yes, salute to Tonka, Mike Marshall, nigga Numbskull. Salute to J. King, you know what I mean? Club Nouveau for even clearing the sample. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody. C-No Records, nigga, C&H, you know, the whole chemistry, you know, the teamwork, make the dream work. And we all played our part in making that song what it is, you know?
Yeah. So what happens from there after you drop Operation Stackola?
We go straight on tour with Biggie Smalls.
What was that like?
Oh my God, it's fucking amazing. I'm still off the block. Like, I'm still off fresh selling weed on the block.
Right.
I'm still on hustle mathematics. So I'm like, I'm about to go on tour and sell weed $1,000 an ounce to these motherfuckers. I'm selling for like 300 ounce in Oakland. I ain't shit,
Right.
350. I'm about to get 1,000 off these days. Did I get 1,000? Yes. So I was a weed man on tour.
How many pounds you bring with you?
I was selling weed to Faith, Biggie, all of them. Like Faith, I'm burning with Faith, nigga. Faith got tank tops and shit on, like this pajamas burning with a nigga, man. Biggie, nigga, fuck with them. Junior Mafia, nigga. The tour was this big, right? Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, fucking Naughty by Nature, fucking goddamn Biggie Smalls, Junior Mafia, Puff Daddy, Lil' Kim, goddamn, who else was on that motherfucker? Timbaland and motherfucking Missy was on that motherfucker. They were opening for us. They was a group, because Devontae Swain from Jodeci, he discovered Timbaland and Missy. They was some other group, but they was opening for us. Adina Howard.
Wow.
Who else was on that motherfucker? It's like I'm missing somebody. Naughty by Nature. Woo. Nigga, it was a big-ass tour. Big-ass super tour, man. This is our first fucking tour, man, period. We fucking with Biggie and Junior Mafia heavy. That's where we build a relationship, you know? And after the tour, literally right after the tour, right? This nigga Puff like 5 on it so much, he goes and remake 5 on it. And it's called Satisfy You with R. Kelly. This nigga make a run. He makes the video and everything. We like, bruh, this nigga, we just on the tour with this nigga. We gonna just take our shit and satisfy you. Like, nigga, if you don't stop, so we looking for this nigga, like, bro. So we all record at the same studio called the Enterprise Studios in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just coming in that motherfucker, like at the where you register and sign your name and shit. He's walking down the hallway. I said, nigga, I've been looking for you. Like, I've been looking for you too. He's like, man, I need you and your mans to hop on the song. I said, yeah, nigga, because we did our shit. He's like, man, calm down, man. I'm going to get you on the goddamn song. I said, I've been looking for your ass. I'm looking for y'all too. So anyway, man, this is like the pager days and shit. Everybody didn't have no mobile phones and shit. You had to be a boss to have a mobile phone. Like,
it was hard to get a hold of people.
Yeah, that bill was like a nigga $5,000 a month on a mobile, nigga. Like, nah, nigga wasn't paying that for no fucking mobile device. So it was about your pager and really seeing the motherfuckers. I've been looking for you too, nigga. So boom, that's how that happened. And we ended up getting on the Satisfy You remix, right? This is the most time I ever fucked up on a verse. This man has J-Lo in the room with him. J-Lo's laid out on his lap, ass curled up, looking like a finicky cat is in the air. I'm in the booth. It's the windows. If you see,
oh, she naked?
She ain't naked. She got her clothes on. But it looks like it because you see the
silhouette.
The silhouette. I'm seeing a silhouette and fucking up. Like, bring it back. This one you had to one take Jake. You couldn't like punch in. Like, this is the reel to reel. This is the reel to reel. This is the big ass reels you had to carry. So you had to be one take Jake. I'm fucking up all the reel, right? The whole reel getting ran through. Nigga, J-Lo was in that motherfucker. Nigga, what? Puff, get out of here. You want to leave the room, man. You feel me? So I finally laid the fucking verse. And I'm getting there to lay his verse. But it took me a long time. I couldn't concentrate. J-Lo was just so beautiful in real life. You know what I mean? Like, fucking Living Color, fuck the songs. This is her right now, nigga. Natural, bad as
Selena
fuck.
at the time.
Huh?
She's probably Selena at the time.
Yep, fresh off Selena.
Yeah.
Fresh from Selena. Yeah. Before she got with Ja Rule. Before she was Jenny on the block. When she was with Puff.
Right. And then, is this during like the whole East Coast, West Coast beef too?
Yeah. That shit is like, it's not even going down yet. Because Pac ain't out of jail at this time.
Okay, so this is like 9. Okay, yeah.
It's mid-90. Pac got out of jail at the end of 95.
Yeah.
And then that's when that started. But yeah, mid-95, we was all fuck with each other. You know? Pac got out of jail, then the war started. You know?
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you this. The war started before Pac got out of jail, before Big nigga Puff and them had some shit going down.
Right.
You know, Puff and Suge, where the shit happened in Atlanta, where Suge's homeboy got killed by Puffy bodyguard. So this ain't got nothing to do with Big and Pac. They been had issues. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So you got people play, man. They been had issues. But I tell you this, when we went to the Source Awards, happened that same year, 95. This before Pac get out, right? So remember the Source Awards when Suge was like, yeah, if you don't want nobody dancing in your video, all on your song, woo, come to Death Row, right? That same night, right? Death Row had a whole performance, right? They come out in jail cells, right? So everybody come out like stranded on Death Row. Murder RBX, Cell Block 2, and then Rage. Lyrical Murder come out Cell Block 3. You know? DJ Quick was there. He was doing the shit to MCA. Yeah, all the shit, right? So at the end of their show, right, the last cell, nobody never came out that last cell. It was dark. When they get off stage, that cell lights up, right? It's a body figurine of Tupac, like one of them cardboard Tupacs in the cell, the last cell, and everybody like, ah! That's when we knew Pac was going to Death Row, my nigga. This before he got out of jail. This happened at the Source Awards. Everybody could tell you that last cell lit up, and it was a whole life-size cutout of Pac in that cell. They like, oh. That's when niggas knew Pac was coming. And shortly after that motherfucking Source Awards, man, Suge got Pac out that motherfucking jail. Picked him up in that limo, and hey, you feel me?
What was your relationship like with him?
I didn't know Pac like that. That wasn't my best friend. He was older than me. He was more fucking with my cousin, the Gov. You know what I mean? Niggas like that, Richie Rich and them niggas. So that was more they shit. You know what I mean? I was just a young nigga. You know what I mean? Just around, you know, hearing about him or whatnot. But I got to, you know, hang out with him a few times and shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that before he passed. But we weren't no buddies like that or nothing. Nuh-uh. I was more homies with the Outlaws. After, you know, Pac passed, me and Outlaws made a big bond. But I wasn't like really Pac friend like that. It was like Spice One and 40 and them niggas from Short and them niggas from the Bay. You know what I mean? Sibo, niggas like that. You know, older dudes that was older than me, you know?
Right. Okay.
But Pac gave us a shout out. You know what I mean? And Pac had his own shit. You know what I mean? Pac loved us. He loved the Luniz. He loved Drew Down. Drew Down was on All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We was Numb got on the album that he was doing, One Nation. He was doing the One Nation album. So Numb made it to the studio session. I was locked up in LA County, so I didn't make it. So Numb got on One Nation and Drew Down got on All Eyes on Me. So Pac fucked with us. I just never was able to record with him.
Right.
You know?
Okay. But you did know him. You did know him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what happens now? Like when it goes, like you get out this, you drop your first album, you get on tour with Biggie, you get in the tour ends, you do the song with Puffy and them, and then what happens now?
Quincy Jones after that, right? Mm-hmm. And Quincy Jones got, you know, he be doing like compilation, like Back on the Block. This one called the Juke Joint. So we get on Quincy Jones shit, and this song gets Grammy nominated. So everybody think 5 on it was Grammy nominated. No, the song we did for Quincy Jones is the one that got Grammy nominated. So Quincy take us to Oprah Winfrey is doing a full dedication to Quincy Jones. You know what I mean? And his album is dropping at the same time, the album that got us on it. So Quincy fly us all out. You know what I mean? The Luniz, Tamia, Brandy, Shaq, Coolio, all of us. We all out there. And at the Harpo Studios in Chicago. So this is a big moment, nigga. We not only at the Harpo Studios, we're gonna perform here, and we at Oprah Winfrey's show. How many rappers performed at Oprah Winfrey? I'll wait. We did. We did. You know what I mean? Shout out to Quincy Jones. So that was a major big one, and then we did the Apollo also after that. We did the Apollo, and that's when FUBU first launched. And FUBU, we was the first ones besides LL that was seen with FUBU on, and we wore FUBU on our Apollo. So yeah, you know, we was at the beginning of a lot of shit.
Yeah, you were. God damn.
You know,
fuck, what a story.
History in the making.
So what happens when the second album drops?
Destruction of the Luniz. I think that's when we broke up.
Really? What went wrong?
I think we start separating. You know, Numb got his own crew, I got my own crew. You know what I mean? And once that separation started, the synergy started to stop. Like I used to be able to finish Numb sentences. He could finish my sentences. That's how how the synergy was. Once we start splitting up and fucking with different people, and you got different people in your ear talking about you better than him or he better than you and this, that, and the third, it's divide and conquer. Once they split y'all up, they got it. You know what I mean? So it was like, I think us hanging with different people and putting thoughts in our minds and shit and putting us against each other when we was brothers like this. You know what I mean? I think that's separated. Everybody want to say when I got the solo deal, I think it was before that because we working in the studio and he wasn't showing up to studio sessions. You know what I mean? He'd be there, but a lot of them he wasn't showing up.
Right.
And I'd be there just working it out. Can I use the restroom right quick? And
yeah, let's
continue
pause,
this?
bro. Yeah,
I'm
come on.
over here marching in my pants, man. Do a pause. Fuck it. Yay. So look, we basically working on the second album, Lunatic Music.
Right.
And Numb is coming to the studio, but a lot of times he wasn't there. At the same time, Rap A Lot is label mates with Virgin Records. So the same studio that I was talking about that everybody be at with the Puff situation, where I seen Puff down the hallway, Scarface is working on his second album also. We're label mates with Rap A Lot. They got to deal with Virgin. So they're using our producer, Tone Capone. And Mike Dean is working on Scarface Untouchable album. They're doing joint production. And they'll come and do joint production on the Luniz album also. So when Scarface is laying his rhymes or, you know what I mean, they'll come in the studio and drop a beat for us. You know what I mean? And when they come, you know, occasionally it'd be Jay Prince. And he'll always come in the studio and it's no Numb. And it's just me putting it all together from the hooks and all the shit, just leave his verse. And he done did this multiple times. And then he came like the last time, like, God damn, you doing all this shit by yourself. You need a solo deal. Now, me, I'm a team player. I never thought about a solo deal. I wasn't even like, yo, I'm going to do this and go solo. And nah, that wasn't even my plans. I'm like, yo, we going to be dope-ass group. That's it, like EPMD. You know, and he approached me with that. He's like, you doing all the work. You know, you need to be a solo artist. You know what I mean? you know, I want to sign you on Rap-A-Lot. Now, you know, what you gonna say if an opportunity just land on your lap? I didn't ask him. I didn't say, hey, Jay, sign me. You know what I mean? And Rap-A-Lot at this time is legendary in my hood. You know what I mean? Because they had my nigga Seagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The OG. You know, so my whole hood loved Rap-A-Lot. We is entrenched in Rap-A-Lot since Seagram was in it. You know what I mean? From the Ghetto Boys, everything, man. Project, the fucking Convicts, Big Mike, everybody, nigga. 3-2, nigga, Gangsta, Nip, nigga, everything. We just Rap-A-Lot the fuck out before I ever even got a deal. So for me to get approached with the offer to be on a label that my hood loved and that looked out for my hood, it's like, you know, keeping the torch going.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, let's do this. A lot of my niggas from my neighborhood at that time was working at Rap-A-Lot, moved to Houston and worked there. Yeah, this family. Why not? And when I did that, you know, I got a lot of hatred from CNH, of course, the main dude. You know, he gave us a runaround for like 2 years and whatnot. And that ended up being a blessing. You know what I mean? Because he was supposed to sign off quick. He didn't sign off for 2 years, but this whole 2 years, I'm working on the album. So it's supposed to be one album. And waiting 2 years, it turned to a double album. And
Right.
everything was fired to, you know, Biggie and Pac just did it. And Jay was like, fuck it, we dropping a double. And we dropped the double, waiting on this nigga to sign off. If he would have signed off quick, it would have just been a regular 16, 18-song album.
Right.
But we was waiting for fucking 2 years. What we supposed to do? Wait, no, we knocking shit down. We recording. And 2 years worth of recording became a double album. And that's why it was a double album on the first one. Because we was waiting for the executive to sign off, and he was hating, you know?
And were you and Numb like beefing at this point? Or
No,
have you
me
never,
and
you never really
I'm
beefed
cool with
ever?
him. We just
Right.
got, like, Numb was still involved. Numb is on Thugged Out the Albulation. He's on that album. So we still cool. I'm cool with him. I don't know how he feel about me. You know what I mean? And
Maybe just because you just did a little bit more than he did and shit like that. You know?
I have no clue, but I'm team player.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm not against him. I'm not hating on him. Matter of fact, our next Luniz deal happened on Rap-A-Lot. I bought that to Rap-A-Lot. He got a Rap-A-Lot check. So I didn't have no problem. And him and CNH, they both got a Rap-A-Lot check. So I ain't got no problem with them. You know what I mean? They always had a problem with me. I don't know why. You know, they could tell you. You know what I mean? But still to this day, they feel some type of way about me, and I've always been a team player for both of them dudes, you know? It's what it is, you know?
I mean, they got to look at it and appreciate, like, I mean, you both were involved in some fucking crazy historical, like,
All of us.
out of the, like, unbelievable shit. You know what I mean? So everybody's got to be happy about that to some extent.
From
but,
CNH to
yeah.
Numb to Tone, all of us, to Drew Down, we all, like, the synergy linked up. We made
Yeah.
history, bro, and we still making history, but what happens when the friendship ain't there no more? What
Yeah,
happens
exactly.
when, you know, it's nothing but hate and you know what I mean? Like, are you gonna stay involved in this circle, or you gonna be like, God damn, let me pump my brakes a little bit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be around the people who love me, who got
Yeah.
love for me, my nigga, where it's good energy. I can't be around bad energy. I can't be around motherfuckers that's hating on me for no reason. Now, if I did something, like if I stole from you, if I fucked your wife or your girlfriend or something, if I disrespected your kids or something, you know what I mean? You have the right to hate on me. But just
Yeah.
being successful, that ain't a right to hate on me, my
Yeah, you
nigga.
should have just tried a little bit harder, maybe. But
Yeah, that ain't the right to hate on me. You should be proud of your nigga, man.
Yeah,
Because if the shoes was on the other foot, I'll be proud of that nigga.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, this nigga is on. This nigga the dopest nigga ever. Just like I was when he was in junior high school. I'm like, this is the dopest nigga ever. Why I can't get that?
just hate.
Because right now, niggas consider me one of the dopest niggas ever. I'm going to say it out my motherfucking mouth. I don't say it, but I got to be cocky and be me. Right? No, niggas say I'm one of the dopest niggas ever. Out the West. Out the fucking West. I don't tote my own horn.
Yeah,
But it's facts. I'm him, not them.
yeah,
But if it was the other way, I would say he's him,
Yeah.
not them. What the fuck is the problem? To say that nigga Yuck is the boy. He been beating niggas' ass. What's so hard to say? When we was in junior high school, I said, this nigga Numb is the best nigga in junior high school. He's killing niggas. Why I can't get that? CNH. You thought your best artist was Drew Down, nigga, until we came to the game, nigga. CNH was shitting on the Luniz, bruh. We doing shows with Drew Down for free. We ain't get paid shit. CNH getting paid the money.
Right.
You're the executive producer. How you getting paid show money? And not the artist. So come on, man. That nigga didn't think we was gonna win. He didn't think we was gonna do nothing. He thought it was all Drew Down. Turns out we sell more than all that shit. Why you hating? Why we ain't getting the love that you have for Drew Down? This nigga love Drew Down. They were twins, hair twins, and finger waves and shit. Why it ain't that same love for, like, I'm just saying, they had twin finger waves and shit. Like, I'm just saying, my nigga.
Jesus.
Twin pimp mobiles and shit. Like, what we doing?
That's why they didn't go into the next level. You know what I mean?
We outdid that. And we ain't getting the love that this nigga had for Drew Down. Why? It's some deeper shit.
Yeah.
It's deeper than rap. I don't know what it is. But if we outperform the nigga that you thought was the main artist, why you not giving us the love you gave to him? When you thought he was the boy. You weren't even paying us shit. Come on, man. So once you prove yourself, nigga, it took a nigga like Jay Prince to say, nah, he a boy. He, him, not them.
Yeah.
Once Jay Prince say he, him, not them, now you're mad. No, nigga, you should have did the Wu-Tang shit. You should have had the Luniz, and you should have had solo deals for me and them on the next one. And then come back and be the Luniz again. All up under your fucking umbrella.
Yeah.
But you fucked up.
What a dummy.
But you mad at Jay Prince, and you mad at me.
But nobody can expect you two to be a group forever.
You dropped the ball. You knew I was that nigga.
Yeah.
You knew I rapped and got us our deal, and none didn't say a motherfucking word. You knew I rapped against 3 niggas at that Too Short. You knew I was him. And didn't even try to go at it. He was more on Drew, and Drew is him. But I'm him too. Yeah. And he didn't peep it, but Jay Prince seen it. And now look.
So what happens with the second album? Like he wasn't there working on the shit, and you were. It came out, right?
No, he worked on it.
Okay.
But we wasn't
Did you
at the
tour
same time.
or anything like that?
No, it wasn't at the same time.
Oh, okay,
we was
okay.
maneuvering. You know what I mean? I'll be there. You know what I mean? And leave his verse open. Then he'll come when he got time, and he'll come in and knock his shit out. You know what I mean? It'd be sometimes we'll be both in there. I ain't gonna say the whole time.
Yeah.
But you know, some of the time he wasn't there. Just so happened that some of the times he wasn't there, Jay Prince was there.
Right.
And he'll see this shit like, nigga, you doing everything by yourself. You know what I mean? So that's how that happened, man. I didn't ask for no deal. I didn't go over begging for no deal. A nigga recognized a nigga that was working, you know, hard. And said, bro, you need to be over here. You know?
So what happens now, though, with the second album? Did you guys go on tours and shit with it?
Yeah, we did a lot of shit. We did a lot of shit with the second album. You know what I mean? Definitely promo tour and whatnot. You know, all the BET shit. You know what I mean? But basically, you know, when I got my Rap-A-Lot deal, I was, you know, off the Rap-A-Lot because...
And Virgin was cool with that?
Because Virgin is on.
Right, okay.
And I think that, like, literally, they just continued the Looney deal with me.
You
know, them albums that was supposed to come out on the Luniz just became Yuk Mouth albums.
Oh, okay.
Because I was still on the same label, Virgin/Rap-A-Lot, instead of Virgin/C-Note. It was the same thing. Luniz ain't dropping no more albums. Who continues that deal? I'm just saying.
Right.
You know?
Okay, so what happens when you start working on the solo album? What goes on from there? Because you and Numb are officially like really fucking with each other.
At this time, I got the regime.
Okay.
You know, Tech 9.
What year is this?
It's 96. It's right after Killers on the Payroll. We was the first nigga to put Tech 9 on a song.
Okay.
Nigga. That part. Yeah. So boom, Killers on the Payroll, that starts the regime. That's my crew. I start my own new crew, the regime.
How'd you find Tech 9?
Well, Tech 9 found us.
Right, because he used to be down there in Venice Beach and shit, like performing on the beach and shit.
Nah. Let's keep it a buck. On the second album, we working with QD3. QD3, Quincy Jones.
Right.
the third, You know what I mean? Tech 9 is signed to Quincy Jones at this time. We didn't know. We working on beats with QD3. And Tech 9 is living with him in the crib. So QD3 got the studio at his house in Baldwin Hills, LA. So we go to Baldwin Hills and shit and start recording. And we taking a little ear break and shit. We're like, yeah, my artist Tech 9, let me, show you something. He showed the King Tech wake up shit where he do the freestyle.
Right.
Kill it. I'm like, ooh, this motherfucker rapping backwards and shit, all that. And he shows the video. He do the video. I'm like, oh my God, who the fuck is this? He said, he's right upstairs. He's here. He said, that's Tech 9. I said, hell no. He said, man, he brought Tech downstairs. Tech came, introduced himself. You know what I mean? Nothing but love. I'm like, yo, we need him on the motherfucking album, man. And that's when we got him on Killers on the payroll. So yeah, we met him with QD3. Just getting production from QD3, and he, brought him to the table. And the vibe was so ill, you know what I mean? Like the brotherhood, between me and Tech, I don't know. And Numb was cool with Tech too. We all was cool with him. Cool ass dude, man. Cool as shit. Knowing that he's could kill everybody. Humble as fuck. Cool as shit, funny as shit. Yeah, we just clicked, you know what I mean? And we've been rocking ever since. So yeah, that came through QD3, Quincy Jones III.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but we was the first to put him on the song.
Jesus Christ.
No, he had albums. I'm talking about a major record label.
Yeah, no.
The first on the major record label. Let's not disrespect his hustle and his grind that he did before he got to QD3. He was been a dude. I'm talking about as far as a major record label release.
Right.
That was the first one, Killers on the Payroll. And I think that the Swain King Tech freestyle where they did the video for that, them too. Yeah.
When the fuck does the Yuk Mouth movie come out?
I've been asking, but you got to do this with everybody.
No, you don't need a movie. You need a documentary.
A documentary.
Like a real in-depth good one, bro.
So if we do the doc, we need everybody involved. If niggas ain't fucking with me and don't want to do interviews and they know I'm about to, you know what I mean? It'd be a little hating shit that could go down, but it could be done easily. With me, you know what I mean, doing the United Ghettos and knowing how to do this shit, it could be done easily. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm ready for more of the whole story of Drew Down and the Luniz. All of us together on one. Just me telling my shit would be, greedy. I think we all made a legacy together, and it started with Drew Down and C-Note Records. Drew Down could have said fuck us because he had the final say-so to say yay or nay when C-Note wanted to sign us. And he was like, yeah, these niggas cool. You know what I mean? And, basically said yeah and got us on his album. So I think it's a trilogy of all three of us, you know what I mean? That Numb, him, me, and it just shows the different levels and how it continues, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's how it should be, And then we got branches just like fucking Dr. Dre and them, nigga. That motherfucking Luniz tree and that C-Note tree branched a lot of niggas. 3 Times Crazy, nigga Sido, some shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people.
What's your relationship with Drew Down?
That's my bro. He on his way now. Drew Down about to yoke up right now, nigga.
Oh, so you're good with him?
That's my big bro.
Okay, cool.
Man,
So
Drew Down a real nigga.
Yeah.
He ain't no hater. He ain't got no hate in his blood.
I actually have a quick Drew Down story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure because I wasn't there, but my boy had a show with Drew Down. I can't remember where he said, but anyways, a big melee. They get into a fight or whatever, and he says that he's in the bathroom afterwards, like cleaning up, and Drew Down is in the mirror fixing his hair, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I knocked him smooth out.
That sound like
And he was just all curls and fixing his little hat or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, I knocked him smooth out," and he's just like, "Man, I was fighting. I didn't see him knock anybody out, but fuck, I'd imagine he probably did."
Had that fight.
That's when we told him.
Oh yeah, he was there. Yeah. Some shit happened. Some street shit happened. I think
yeah.
it was out here. I think it was out here.
Well, yeah, fucking.
Shit happens.
My homie
I'm not him.
And Drew Down was fighting back to back, and Drew Down was there like, "Yo, I knocked him smooth out."
Drew,
I'm like,
Drew got hands. Don't let the motherfucking smooth curl fool you. Yeah, don't let the smooth waves for the
Yeah.
babes fool you, boy. He'll slide your ass, boy. Don't play with Drew down, bruh.
That's tight.
Yeah, that
That's
nigga will
sick.
slide you, boy. He real gangster, man. You feel, man. Yeah,
That's tight.
man.
Yeah, that's like my son's favorite song. Can you feel me?
That shit bang.
Yeah, he's 4 years old. That's his favorite fucking song.
The dope shit about Drew, that he's still Drew. He
Right.
The only nigga with that style.
Yeah.
It ain't no nigga in America that rap like Drew. That's like
No,
40.
not at all.
It's like no nigga like he got his own little style and his dope as fuck. His own voice. Allegedly. But yes, that's stepdad. That's goddad. That's definitely the godfather of Drew down. Alleged. Yeah, definitely.
Wow. That's tight.
God pops. You feel me?
Okay, so you're over at Rap A Lot. What's going on at Rap A Lot?
Rap a lot is going down. Big change, and big champagne, Jermaine. Yeah, we going big, big, big. Nigga, I'm fucking with y'all. I'm fucking y'all. Nah, but we going big, man.
Yeah.
This is the richest motherfucker I seen in life.
The Jay Prince? What was he like? I mean, like, what is he like? Is he cool?
Oh my God, is he? Lord have mercy. The coolest, smoothest. I ain't never heard him get out of like, octave. His octave is, hey. What
Bro.
you doing? You want to get in the studio? I'll line it up. Come on through. We got Mike Dane in there with you.
Is Young Lean?
No, he talks slow.
Just
He talks slow and never loud. I ain't never heard him say, motherfucking, none of that. He is the smoothest, coolest motherfucker with money in life, right? Down to earth. Know what I mean? Like what Kanye was talking about with the J-word shit.
Yeah.
When you're an artist on them labels, you can't talk to the big J-words in the business. You gotta sell a multitude. You gotta be on some Michael Jackson shit to really meet the guy. You know what I mean? I was on Virgin, never met the guy that fly the planes.
Right.
I didn't sell enough albums yet. But I assume Janet knows him personally. You know what I mean? So it's different levels to that shit, right? So with Jay, I could call Jay at 3 o'clock in the morning and he's answering the phone. I could go to jail on a Saturday night and be out Sunday morning with a $150,000 bail on tour. Pop, instantly out.
Is that what happened?
That's actually what happened. I'm saying shit that happens.
What happened?
I'm not making up no shit. Yeah, we went on tour for the I think it was the second album, the New Testament, and I went to fucking jail on a warrant mid-tour, had a $150,000 bail, cashed that out quick, right back on tour, you know, so it was like more of a family thing. I felt like I was, you know what I mean, family. I didn't feel like it was a record label shit to where, you know what I mean, you can't talk to the record labels, they really ain't got your back, they really don't fuck with you. Anything I wanted to do, Jay had my back, you know what I mean, including the beefs I had. I had a lot of beefs. He had my back on the shit, period, straight up. Even with his business partner, him and Master P was doing business at this time. You know, Homies and Thugs, they doing all that shit with the Scarface album. I'm heating Master P ass up. You know what I mean? No Frank Ocean, no Alcina. And Jay and P had a conversation like, we just gonna keep this shit on wax. It ain't gonna go to the streets. It's just gonna be musically because that's what it was with me. I wasn't looking for no limit in them or on no beef shit like we gonna do some street shit. It's just lyrical. Like, nigga, y'all bit us and this, you know, we gonna come at you with some lyrical shit. You know, so that's what Jay told him, and that's how it stayed. I've been in plenty spots, you know what I mean, where it's just me, you know, Mystical and 5 bodyguards on the same plane. And they just mean mugging me, but don't do nothing because it's that bond that Jay Prince had with Master P. You know what I mean? That respect that they got for each other. You know what I mean? So the Ice Cream Man. So,
I was gonna say that earlier. I'm like, man, you guys had the same song.
The Ice
at
Cream
the
Man.
same time.
No, it wasn't at the same time. We dropped ours first. I made mine in
Yeah,
Juvenile Hall in
yeah.
in 92.
Right.
Dropped it in 93. He made his in 96. But he was in the Bay Area with us. You know what I mean? So he definitely got the logo, you know what I mean, the whole splash from the kid, you know, and us. But anyway.
Did he ever tell you why he made a song called Ice Cream Man?
Yeah, he said it was lingo. You know, he broke it down to me. It's like, nigga, when people say, like, when 40 make a new word, can he beef with Snoop, you know, for saying for shizzle my nizzle? You know, like it becomes the shit that everybody's saying. So when it becomes the shit that everybody's saying, like far as lingo, who could claim it?
Right, but I mean,
Who could claim it?
Having
You know
a
what I
song
mean?
with the
So
same name, but
yeah, he put me in my place. No Frank Ocean, man. Like he really like sat me down. Like, yo, you absolutely right. Once it become lingo, like I ain't never heard 40 say anything about short saying for shizzle my nizzle. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It become lingo, and everybody once it's out there on the album, everybody get it and everybody apply it to their everyday self or how it applies to them. And once he busted that down, I'm like, you're absolutely right, my nigga. We was wrong. We jumped the gun. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, he broke that shit down like a motherfucking kilo. You know what I mean? Straight up. It made me realize that, yeah, we was young and dumb and just, you know, just overreacting. You know, hella overreacted, you know?
So your relationship with Master P is cool now?
Absolutely. My Master P, I said, my Master P, high moment. My beefs I had with anybody, all them are squashed. The game beef, me and him squashed it face to face. Me and Master P squashed it face to face. Me and Too Short, we on tour with each other. We love each other. No Frank Ocean. No Alcina. No Alcina, bruh. You feel me? Spider Lope, that's my nigga. Everybody, I'm cool with everybody. You know what I mean? Period. Everybody I ever had beef with, that shit is squashing this water under the bridge. You know what I mean? And we grown men now with children. Man, we trying to live, you know what I mean? We trying to go back home to our kids. All that young and dumb shit, that shit is out the window, you know?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I mean, that's all good shit. That's good shit, bro. And you've been on Rap a Lot ever since?
Nah, I left in 2008, and been doing my own shit. Smoking like records ever since. But Jay gave me the alley-oop. He taught me the independent game because I got my joint venture joint venture label deal at Rap a Lot. And I continued that after I left Rap a Lot as far as, you know, doing the record label. But I started at Rap a Lot. I gave my first joint venture deal, and I put out the United Girls of America, the DVD and the soundtracks with Mac Dre, everybody on it, you know what I mean? So that's what I was doing over there with the label deal, you know? So not only did I have an artist deal, I had a label deal over there.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't have had that at C-Note Records.
No.
He barely wanted to give a nigga an artist deal, let alone a label deal. You know what I mean? So you got to go somewhere where motherfuckers appreciate you, you know what you are, and know what you bring to the table, and know that you're one of them guys. You know, a lot of motherfuckers could try to hinder, you know what I mean, your success. You know what I mean? Just out of, I don't know what. But if I'm an executive and I know I could make a lot of money with this motherfucker, why wouldn't I do it?
Right.
Unless you're trying to hinder somebody's success. Like, fuck you, I'm gonna do this and not do that. Or do that and not do this, you know what I mean? But this is, you got the fucking diamond in the rough. All you gotta do is polish the motherfucker, it's gonna shine. Mm-hmm. You don't wanna take the time to polish and dust him off and chip off the rocks and shit to make it a diamond. Just gonna let that shit just stay cluttered and rocks over there in the cut, and you got some shit. Right here, you digging and digging and digging and digging, coming up with dust piles. But you got the diamond right here. You're not even fucking knowing. So that's what happened with him, you know? Or I think he was knowing, but just didn't want to, you know what I mean, let that shine.
What's the best verse you've ever written?
I gotta say, to me, it's two. Revelations and New Testament. Them two was my best to me. You know what I mean? Far as, because I opened up, you know what I mean? I told people my life, you know what I mean? I was vulnerable on those songs, you know, when everybody is on the braggadocious, I got money, I got bitches type of rap. You know what I mean? I was, you know, vulnerable, you know, saying when I was broke on Section 8, you know what I mean? Welfare, you know, aunties and uncles, you know, getting over on you, you know what I mean? You know, wild shit, you know what I mean? Just the shit that people weren't comfortable talking about, you know, actually being they self, you know what I mean? Now, they'll make a act like third person, you know what I mean? Oh, it was a dope fiend on the block and he went through this and that and that. No, I'm talking about what I'm going through. And it's me going through this and that. You know what I mean? Homeless, you know what I mean? Saying that I was homeless, sleeping on fucking benches and shit. Like, people ain't, you know, at that time in 99, wasn't coming out like that. It was braggadocious. Like, I got the money, I got the bitches, I got the cars. You ain't saying that you was homeless, sleeping on a fucking bench. So just the vulnerability in both those songs, You know what I mean? That's the ones I like, you know?
What was like one of your? Did you get to know Biggie pretty well?
Who?
Biggie.
Biggie, my nigga, yeah. Rest in
What's
peace
like
to
your
the Don.
best Biggie story?
Shit. So many, man.
You ever go to Brooklyn with him?
Who?
Brooklyn with Biggie? Did you ever like go to his neighborhood at all?
Nah, hell no. I ain't do all that. We was on tour. Then the next time I seen him was in L.A. 3 days before he got, you know, the tragedy happened. But in L.A. last time I bought him the weed I think that was the best time I had with him. You know what I mean? As far as on some personal shit, because it was me, him, and Lil C's in the hotel room. They just now get the VHS, you know, the video copy of Crush on You. That's the video with Lil C's and Lil Kim, Crush on You, the first one, right? So C's like, it's dropping on MTV this Monday. This is the weekend I'm over there with him, on Saturday, I think. And then, you know, the shit happened on Monday. This shit dropping on Monday. We about to kill him. Woo, woo, woo. C's hella happy. You know, we watching the video, grooving, all this shit dope. We got the Ice and Kim with the different color wigs and shit. Then me, Big, and C's get to talking about Pop. You know, they get to talking about the love they have for Pop. You know, how Pac was a big homie and that they had never set him up and why he thought that they'd ever do something to him when he was the dude that put them on. You know what I mean? And shit like that. They're like, bro, we love Pac. I don't know why he felt like that and this, that, and the third. And they getting at me like, you know what I mean? Like I'm an outlaw or something. Like I could really relay this message. But they know I'm from the West Coast and I could, you know what I mean, show the sincerity, you know, from them. Like Big was dead ass serious. Like, nigga, I love Pac. That's my guy. Nigga, I'm mad that any of this shit is going down. I ain't had nothing to do with what the fuck happened at the studio. He knows that. But he mad at me because I didn't, you know, tell on those dudes. But we all know who it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to say nothing. The streets said it. You know? So, yeah, that was one of the last conversations I had when he was supposed to get on Lunatic Music also. But he went on, he said he was going to London or something, I think, overseas. He wasn't supposed to go to the Soul Train Awards that Monday or that Tuesday. He was supposed to go overseas. He was continuing his tour. And somehow Puff convinced him to stay there and go to the, you know, the after party and, you know, the unfortunate happened. But he was supposed to be overseas. He wasn't even supposed to be in America.
Fuck, bro.
Straight up, and he was supposed to get on our song when he got back from overseas. You know, he wasn't even supposed to go to that party. Biggie was supposed to be in London somewhere in the UK, straight up. So that was the last conversation I had with him. I was a weed man, so, you know, he called me when he needs some weed in L.A., and I wasn't a weed man no more, but I grabbed it and, you know, pulled up on him and got it for him. But, yeah, that was one of our last dope conversations, yeah. You know, rest in peace to Biggie, man. Shout out
rest
Lil
in
C's,
peace.
man. Shout out to Junior Mafia, you know.
Now let's skip forward to like the Big Meats era, being around BMF. What was that whole energy like?
Oh, just I'm not BMF. Let's make that clear. But just having homies, you know what I mean, that was part of BMF. You know, just being around, you know, Meech and them, you know what I mean, Blue, you know what I mean, Baby Blue, you know, all them dudes. It was a movie. Shit, it was the theater. I ain't never seen nobody, no crew, nobody turn up like this. Show up and show up. Yo, I'm talking about not one Ferrari, 4 or 5 Ferraris back to back. Not one Phantom, 4 or 5 Phantoms back to back. Not one Bentley, 4 or 5 Bentleys back to back. Not one Benz, like it's about a convoy of 50 to 70 luxury cars pulling up to these motherfucking events. I seen a hockey bag. I mean, I seen a duffel bag before. I ain't never seen a nigga come out the trunk with a hockey bag full of fucking money. Couple hockey bags. Their own money. They was bringing their own money to the strip club.
Yeah.
Hockey bags of ones. You don't see nothing on the floor. Nothing but dollars. No rug. All dollars. The whole fucking floor is dollar bills. You walking through mountains. You like kicking dollars. Dollars, like mountains of fucking like it's snowing. Mountains, not just flat. Mountain, you kicking big ass piles of it. Like it's leaves and shit in your parking lot. piles of you walking through it like it's snow. Never in fucking
kicking up.
life. You can't buy a bottle in there. The nigga done bought every fucking bottle of champagne it is. You can't buy a bottle. Am I lying, Fly? Am I lying? You can't buy a motherfucking Perrier Juice. No rosé. You can buy the regular shit. Any rosé in that motherfucker is done. All the
God
rosé.
damn.
Dom Perignon rosé, Perrier Juliet rosé, motherfucking Moet rosé. All the rosés was out of here. Period. You couldn't buy no bottles, nigga. Period. Fucking with them. It was a fucking movie, my nigga. Unbelievable, man. Free Big Meech, my nigga. I ain't never seen nobody do it like him in fucking life. Ever. Ever. I'm talking about big boy cribs. This nigga had a crib with leather walls and shit and a fucking shooting range in it, bruh.
You said leather walls?
Leather walls. Nigga was on Coconut Grove, nigga, in Miami, nigga. You know what Coconut Grove is, nigga? The big boy shit, boy.
Damn.
Leather walls, nigga. Come on, man. Nigga, this shit was amazing, bro. Fuck out of here, man. Beach was the ultimate, man.
You was pretty tight with him?
No. I just hung out. I ain't gonna say, yeah, that was my homeboy. That was my nigga. I call him. No, nigga. No. That was not my nigga like that. I just knew him.
That's what's up, bro.
Hey, slow down, Turbo. You knew him, huh? Hell nah, nigga. The fuck you talking about, boy?
Well, shit, bro. So we can wrap this up and shit. What is some advice you'd give to yourself if you can go back in time?
What'd you say?
What is some advice you'd give yourself if you could go back in time?
Ah, shit, man. Buy more real estate. You know? Buy more real estate. I would have probably did moves different as far as the partnerships and whatnot. I would have been more independent. You know, I probably wouldn't have needed CNH, you know what I mean? Because the money he put in, I was getting that on the block. And I could have put that same money in myself. Shit, with the settlement I got from my mom, I could have did that same shit he did.
Right.
But instead, we thinking, you know what I mean, that somebody, you know, instead of knowing that, oh, I got this money, or doing this shit at Master P, 10 grand, and then start your own shit, more than 10 grand. I mean, so I could have did a lot of shit and didn't do it, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have the knowledge, you know what I mean? So I would have did a lot of shit different, you know, a lot of shit different. But you learn from your mistakes, and it makes me the businessman, you know what I mean, who I am today. You know what I mean? If I didn't have the mistakes, I wouldn't know the game I know. You know, the shit that I know, you have to go to college and get degrees, the shit to know, but I learned it from just being in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So long, you just be in it so long that you got it. You know what I mean? For real. So that's a game. I mean, the hands-on experience make you better. You know what I mean? So probably if I didn't have no hiccups, my game wouldn't be so strong right now. So, you know?
Yeah. What was one of the hardest things you ever had to go through in life?
Oh, the loss of my parents. You know what I mean? Period. You know, my mom, my dad. My mom died in a house fire. That was
what
tragic.
happened there, if you don't
know what I mean?
mind
That was
me
the
asking?
most tragic. My dad died of AIDS. You know what I mean? So two tragic deaths. You know what I mean? Like them two didn't deserve to die like that.
Did you grow up with both of them?
Yeah, off and on. Like son with my mom, son with my dad. So I have relationships with both of them. So that crushed me. You know what I mean? That crushed me, man. And yeah, the way they died. You know what I mean? Like everybody's gonna pass to the next chapter in life, but the way, I don't think my mom should have been burnt to death. I don't think my dad should have died from AIDS. You know what I mean? Them two is hurtful to me. You know what I mean? Big time. So yeah, them two. You know, rest in peace to pops and moms. I know they my guardian angels over my shoulders, and I'm good. You know, because of them. You know.
How old were you when they both passed?
My dad died the year 5 on the drop. So I kind of want to, you know, put some of that success towards that. Like
He died the year what dropped?
5 on it dropped, 95.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. He died earlier that year, and January 5 on it dropped in July, 4th of July. I mean, 5 on it dropped in June, but the album dropped on 4th of July.
Oh wow.
So the same year he passed was the year that the album dropped and the single dropped, and it went crazy. Like all the stars, everything lined up. I think it had to do with a lot of spirituality.
Yeah.
Nobody hits it out the park like that just from the
Right
rip.
off the jump.
Nobody. You know what I mean? So between my dad and my mom up there in heaven, I think they was pulling some strings.
Yeah.
You know? That's even my dad dying the same year it dropped.
That's
and him
crazy.
being a musician, you know what I mean? And him, you know, me continuing his legacy, you know, as far as the music thing. So, yeah, I think I'm into, you know, spirituality. And I think, you know, had a lot to do with it. Or it's a hell of a coincidence, you know?
Yeah, bro. I think that a lot of the shit I've gone through too, bro, is like I've taken 3 pretty big losses. Myself, my sister, my mom, and then I had a stillborn. So I think, I think about like my karma. You know what I mean? And like all the shit that I did, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that the slate's clear. You know what I mean?
Or
So-
you got new opportunities on the
Yeah.
horizon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I just think they never die. They here with you.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm so spiritual. I be seeing shit, lights cut on, drawer open and closed. Like, right when it's their birthday or something, right around that time, nigga, door closed and
That's some
open.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, I see it. And we like, oh, they in the house. Like, we used to it. Like, first we was spooked. But
Yeah.
we see it like some shit.
You still get spooked.
Nah, we used to it. We like, hey mom, hey dad, we know they here, but it happens all the time. When it's around their birthday, holidays, they showing up, shit flying everywhere, shit falling, light cut off, light cut on. Like they showing and prove they here. So I know they here with me. You know what I mean, and protecting me and guide me the right way. You know what I mean, guardian angels. So I appreciate that. You know what I mean, because I wouldn't be right here if it wasn't for the guardian angels protecting me and leading me the right way. You know, which is them. My ancestors, my parents, my grannies, you know what I mean? Everybody, you know?
Nah,
Not to take it like that, to get into, you know, but in reality, though, like real life talk, though, like a lot of people
energy.
don't.
Everybody's energy and energy doesn't
Right.
die. Yeah, it just
Energy
transfers.
don't die.
It just transfers. in
It
a
just
certain way.
transfers, bro. Or it stays, you know, electrifying. know?
There's so much fucking things that they're putting out there these days that like are possible of what's going on. But that's like a whole like another hour of talk. But what's some advice that you'd give to like the youth?
Man, please listen to the OGs, man. It's like a real hatred going towards the OGs, man. Get some game, man. Let them lace your boots, you know what I mean? Give you something that you don't know about life, that you need to learn about life, because they got the game. Like, stop, you know, being against the people with the game, you know, so they go help you.
Yeah.
You know, it's so much of a free-for-all, so much of a renegade game right now to where people don't got it. There's no code, there's no morals. I mean, talk to your OGs, talk to your uncles, you know what I mean? Talk to your granddaddy, talk to the OG niggas on your block, your big homies and shit. Get the game of how they used to move and apply it to how you move, and I think you'll be able to live longer and make better moves and better decisions in life. Because right now, what niggas is following ain't rocking. You know what I mean? Niggas is dying left and right. Niggas is dying over shouting at each other. Like, you can't have an argument with a nigga without somebody pulling out a gun. It never was that. You know what I mean? Like, we could box, you know what I mean? You fight, live another day. Win, lose, or draw. Even the bully gonna have respect for the sucker if he fight back. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we was on that type of time when we was growing up. And then when it came to street shit is when, you know what I mean, it got to the drug game and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, you know, territorial. We're trying to get some territory. So we're tearing shit up. It's for a reason.
Yeah.
We want to take over and sell a lot and make a lot of money over there. So it was a reason. It wasn't for a fucking argument or a nigga stepped on somebody's shoes or a nigga punched somebody and somebody just starts shooting everybody because somebody got punched. You could punch a nigga and fight and nobody gets shot.
Everybody just fight.
Niggas is fighting. Everybody's fighting. It'd be a battle royal. Everybody fighting. But nobody, the most, somebody gets stabbed. Somebody pull out one of them blades and stab or slice a motherfucker. Them New York niggas split the blade out their mouth, slice it, give you a motherfucker, you know what I mean?
$1.50?
A $1.50, a fucking smiley face on your face. But other than that, niggas wasn't getting shot.
How do you feel about the whole takeoff situation?
That's a sad situation. We keep losing legends left and right. Rap is the most dangerous occupation right now, I think. Just as dangerous as being in the army or the police, I think, being a rapper in America. I don't know about everywhere else. Being a black African American rapper in America is the most dangerous job, especially if you're a gangster. You know what I mean? If you talking that shit and you're rich, you got a lot of ice and a lot of accomplishments and whatnot, you're a target. You know what I mean? Not only by the ops, but people who don't have nothing, you know, that's looking to come up in this pandemic or plandemic, you know what I mean? Or this purpose. You know, they did this shit on purpose. You know what I mean? To separate, you know, the rich from the poor. It ain't gonna be no middle class. So this purposely trying to get rid of the middle class. It's getting the rich getting focused on. Now you can't touch the Jeff Bezos and them. They ain't hanging out at the club, popping bottles. But you know who is? The rapper that got 100 million. He's hanging out at the club, popping bottles and out here fucking with y'all and putting his life on the line because he got $500,000 or $1 million worth of jewelry on. You know, now you a target. You don't see Jeff Bezos out hanging in the street with rap niggas and with $100,000, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 worth of shit on. Like, come get me. Yeah. You know, spending $50,000 to $100,000 on bottles and bitches. Like, no. They don't even rock no jewelry. They drive modern cars. They don't even own a Rolls Royce.
I mean, I think that Jeff Bezos probably does a lot of shit.
Man,
they got mega yachts and shit that probably you can
think of.
Yeah.
I'm talking about niggas like Bill Gates and all them niggas. They drive regular cars. You know what? Oh, fuck that. Elon Musk, where he live?
He lives he lives in a 900 square foot house next to the military base.
He lives in a portable porta potty house, nigga. He got this house, he got a little house, a little fucking house, Jetson house that he pulls on a trailer that he lives in.
Yeah, like a 900 square, yeah, because he's next to where they're launching rockets.
No,
and
he
shit
pulls
like that.
his shit. That shit is on a trailer. He could drive wherever he want to.
Yeah.
He's in a little ass house that's no bigger than this whole room. The most money in the fucking world.
But he does have crazy houses and shit and mega yachts and all.
No, he sold all his real estate.
Oh, he did end up selling all of his
He sold all this real estate.
Okay, yeah.
He's in a little ass porta potty house with all the money.
I think because his main focus is obviously
I'm just saying the rich don't have to say they rich.
Mm-hmm.
It's the broke, it's the niggas that want to prove that they rich.
Yeah.
All this shit is a front. When nigga rock Louis Vuitton, rock jewelry and shit, it's to say that we successful.
Yep.
Right?
Tell people you have money.
If you got money, you don't gotta say you got money. That's why he in a porta potty. Cause he ain't gotta say he got money. He ain't gotta prove to y'all he got money. He could buy any house that there is in the fucking world. I'm in a porta potty. It ain't about a motherfucking 20-bedroom house that I ain't gonna sleep in only but one bedroom.
Right.
The fuck other 19 bedrooms I need? It's for nothing. Your maids and shit that's taking care of the house. Your security, all the people that holding the house down is gonna be in the rooms, not your family. So why have all of that? Come on, man. It's the motherfucking niggas that really ain't wealthy. You could be rich, but you're not wealthy. The wealthy don't think about little bullshit. They think about wise investments and generational wealth.
Yeah.
We think about shit right now. The ice we could buy, the chain we could buy, the car we could buy. That shit loses its value as soon as you buy the motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So that's what we own, and that's what get us caught up and get niggas robbed and shit because we still wearing our motherfucking money on our chest. We wear a whole safe on us. We ain't gotta wear the safe. You can bring out one or two pieces. You ain't gotta wear every goddamn. Niggas got 2 or 3 watches on at one time. Yeah. I ain't never seen a nigga wear 2 watches. One right here, one right here. When? Now.
Sometimes they have 3 of them on each side.
They got 2 or 3 watches on each. What the fuck is going on? How much time you need to tell? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? It's fucking ridiculous. 20 braces on to their fucking elbow. Braces all the way down. Like, how many fucking braces you need?
They're almost like, it's like they're like Egyptian pharaohs or something.
Beyond that, I thought Mr. T, they trying to fuck with Mr. T. They trying to fuck with Mr. T. They doing Mr. T on the arms, the watches, the neck. They think Mr. T ain't got shit on these niggas right now, man. We thought Mr. T was the ultimate. Don't fuck with Mr. T.
He is.
Man, come on, still the ultimate. All they gotta do is do the feather earring, they got him.
Some are
Remember we had
doing
the
that.
earring with the feather?
Yeah, some are doing that.
Ah, shit, they got him. It's a wrap, man.
Yeah, it's game over for him.
Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell.
Mr. Sugar Sauce. What was the name that you said earlier? But was there any last minute things you want to get off your chest? Say.
Nah, man, I'm good, man. I love everybody, man. Oh, Mac Drizzle, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, shit, man. I gotta say the United Ghettos, man. Nah. When we made Boss Tycoon, that was the ultimate.
Yeah.
When we made Boss Tycoon, that
best
was
songs
the
ever.
ultimate turn up, man. He flew me out the sack, picked me up in a Range Rover and shit, took me straight to the studio. Psycho did the beat. We went to Psycho studio. Rest in peace to Psych. And yeah, knocked that motherfucker out. We was thizzing like a motherfucker. Kilo Kurt was just motherfucking sweating so tough. He took all this shit, nigga, looking like an African slave, sweating so tough. Like, I need this. Nigga sweating. All the little white shit on the side, because when you be thizzing, you got a hella white cake up right here. Yeah, hella cake up right here. Niggas is, nigga gritting their teeth like a motherfucker. Niggas going, that whole goddamn shit was a bull. I wish I could have, somebody filmed it. Somebody was filming that night. Somebody got it. Everybody got Kilo Kurt looking like a Zimbabwe slave, nigga sweating like a motherfucker. This nigga Kilo Kurt is bald headed. He took his hat off, everything. Nigga the sweating and shit. Cuddy, nigga, we going Cuddy. Nigga, it's going crazy, nigga. All I remember was Kilo Curtis sweating like a motherfucker, man. But yeah, Dre killed it. You know what I mean? I killed it, man. But yeah, that was one of the funnest times, man. And then the second one is United Ghettos when we was in Kansas City, nigga. And that nigga, him and goddamn Sugar Wolf was in there doing them fizz dances and shit when we had the hotel together. We had a big ass hotel suite that was all together. We was all just in the living room and shit, chilling and putting music on. Dre and them start gigging and dancing and shit. I got to filming. Them niggas was going crazy. So them some of my funnest times, but really touring and going on tour with the nigga, man. The whole Thiz camp, something terrible. You know, everybody that was with the crew, what's his name? Black Jesus. Nigga, we had the Mob Figures. You had 3 Times Crazy. You had me from the Luniz. Like, you had everybody. You had niggas from Frisco with Gold Toes, all them niggas out there. Like, Dre brought everybody together, man. The Jack and like, it was lit, bruh. It was like the whole Bay up under one umbrella, my nigga. That's what I missed, the unity that he brought. Dre brought unity. He didn't have a hate bone in his motherfucking body. You know how everybody be clicked, like, just on their own click and shit. Fuck them niggas, it's us, man. We better. Dre was like, nigga, he dope. Bring all them niggas over. I want to work with all of them. And that became him working with us to us all mobbing together. But he threw that kite out there. He put the bat line out there like, nigga, I'm out of, nigga, 3 times, nigga, Mob Figures, nigga, Yuk Mouth, nigga, woo, woo, woo. Y'all niggas dope, nigga, woo, woo, woo. Come on, nigga, woo, woo, woo. I love y'all niggas, woo, woo, woo. And he's fresh out of jail. You know what I mean? So he getting his splash back on, you know, fresh from doing his time. And he threw that alley-oop to everybody, not just me, and everybody tapped in and formed like Voltron, man. You know what I mean? And fuck with Thiz Entertainment, man. So it was a beautiful era in the Bay Area. You know what I mean? That unity, man. I met this nigga because, I mean, we was rocking before that, but really getting tight was because of that era, that Thiz movement. You know what I mean? A lot of people got tight that weren't fucking with each other at all. That never, you know what I mean? Like, this is a Richmond nigga. I'm an Oakland nigga. Oakland, Richmond is like motherfucking milk and oil. It don't mix. You know what I mean? So Dre was bringing niggas together that was milk and oil that didn't mix and made us all mix and get some chips and make a movement and everybody riding, everybody buzzes on. It's lit. So I ain't seen nothing since. That nigga had like, what he had, 3 million with Atlantic before he died? $3 million label deal on the table with Atlantic Records before he died. Yeah, that part. We had him set up for a reality show right after the shit with Flavor Flav was going down. He was set up for a reality show out there in LA. So he had a lot of power moves before he died that was going down, man. Yeah, Dre was really tapped in with LA. He was really planting the seeds and shit. So, yeah, we lost a big one, man. Super legend, man. So, yeah, it ain't been the same, man, since him and the Jacka. Because I think when Dre died, Jacka, you know, kept it lit, like far as the unity. And after them two died, man, everybody's on their own in the Bay.
For real, bro.
Yeah, everybody on their own. Jacka had the same love. He brought everybody together, you know?
No, the Jacka isn't no hater, or wasn't. You know what I mean? He was the shit.
Without the Jacka and without Pretty Black, we wouldn't know Burner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a buck. The first nigga that brought me to Burner, the first time I ever heard about Burner was Pretty Black bringing us to do a verse for Burner, and Jacka knew him because Jacka was going to the cannabis club. You know what I mean? That Burner worked at. Burner, you know what I mean? He was a bud tender. He was a bud tender. So Jack was buying weed from out there, you know what I mean? And then he wanted to do a verse with Jack, and then they, boom, came and did a verse with me. So that's how we met Burn, but Jack really put him up under his wing.
Yes, he did.
You know what I mean? And then Burns, you know, of course, Burn did his own thing. You know what I mean? Burn, we can't take Burn hustle and his grind from himself. Burn did what he's supposed to do, but that getting known in the Bay, that came from the Jacka. You know what I mean? Him putting the Jack up under his wing, my nigga, for real. Straight up. So Jack was putting on too, just like Mac Dre, straight up. And Burn put on, because Burn helped a lot of niggas too, once he got the torch, man. So salute to Burn too, straight up.
All right, bro. Well, shit, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
We're Wilds in.
Thank you, man. We been wildin', man.
Yeah.
Catch me on the gram at Regime General. Catch me on YouTube, Yuk Mouth TV. Catch me on, if you want to order the merch and fucking albums and all the shit, man, go to smokealotrecords.com. Fuck with me. And yeah, man, you know, we rocking out, man. Catch us on tour, coming to a hood near you. You did. Yada da.
Thank you.
One.